I did not tell Lisa the words. I could not make my mouth say them. Chapter 4. The Monastery of Hollow Bells. The old monastery was an accident of faith left to rot above a quarry, its bells ragged, its saints rubbed down to anonymity by the weather. The Empire had made a camp around it, disciplined as a blade, neat as a wound. I walked into it like fog comes to a meadow. Lord Vale, called the boy general from the monastery steps. He had blood on his gauntlets that I knew was my son's only because I needed to believe he was still living to be afraid of it. Do you know what we feed your children in the East? Stories. We tell them about brave men who run out of bravery. We are weaving your story now. His archers aimed. His priests began to chant in a language with teeth. He had prepared for me. It did not matter. I had been prepared for him in a place where languages poured like water through the bones of the earth. The thing under Black Hollow had taught me a word that was not a word, a sound more absence than presence. I spoke it, and the monks' bells began to ring themselves. The air changed its mind about being air. Bats unhooked themselves in an impossible number from the eaves, and the dark, and the spaces between words. They came to me the way blood comes to a wound. I became the hinge they turned on, and the army ceased being an army. I moved through them like winter through a wheat field. I found Arlen in the refectory, bound but breathing, his eyes bright as a riot. He did not scream at my face, although he should have. "Papa," he said. "Close your eyes," I told him. "Keep them closed until the sun." I cut him free. He clutched at me the way he had clutched the wooden stag. Behind us voices gnashed each other. The boy general called my name again, like a spell gone bad. He had Lisa. Their knives had convinced her of nothing except to bleed. She stood with a spine I wanted to borrow. "Dorian," she said calmly, like it was a morning and there was soup. "You must choose." She knew what I had not told her. She knew what the third dawn wanted from me. "Don't let him see you," I whispered to Arlen. "Hold my coat." I turned to the general. He had drawn a circle on the ground in a powder that made my teeth ache. "Third sunrise," he said. "Drink and be mine forever, or starve and be no one. Either way, your valley belongs to the Empire by noon." He believed himself the storyteller. That is the first mistake all tyrants make. I stepped into his circle and felt it bite like winter. I let the hunger bite back. The world went very small and very red, and then it went very big. "Come out," I told the mountain. "Come out and see what you have made." The night answered with a sound like ice breaking. The bells shook themselves apart. Something old stood on the monastery roof, and for a moment the boy general understood that he had never been in charge of anything in his life. "Payment," said the figure shaped like absence in a voice the mountain knows. "3 dawns, Cauldron." I looked at Lisa and saw in her eyes every harvest, every fever, every letter that never came. She nodded once with a queen's certainty. I drank. It was not blood, not in any way a man knows blood. It was an agreement that signed itself on me in fire. The sun rose somewhere far behind my skull, and then went out for me alone. Hunger became my only priest. When it was done, the boy general prayed to my face. It did not help him.